Well, y'all, hell froze over again. It turns out the media just put out a pro piece for the benefits that are coming from Trump's one big beautiful bill that are going to start hitting tomorrow. It's almost like they're going to have to front run the reason why everyone's going to have a whole lot of money. In this video, or excuse me, yeah, in this video, I'm going to show you an actual clip from Reuters. Reuters is not right. Reuters is part of the mainstream media, okay? I'm going to walk you through this. It's going to blow your mind what they're having to admit, and this is going to have an effect on every real American across this country. All right, guys, hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, turn the notification bell on. I'm going to dive right into it. I'm not going to bury the lead on you. Tax changes loom large for U.S. economy in 2026. Well, I'll be. It's almost like what you and I have been discussing in our conversations every night for the last 3 to 5 weeks is just now making the mainline media circuit. Wait, you mean tax cuts across the entire spectrum are going to affect people positively? Again, watch, I got highlights. All right, you guys can follow me on X at Braden LOA if you'd like to. But let me just show you these highlighted points because, again, no one's going to tell you this. Typically in the far left mainstream media, like the MS Nows, the CNNs, and our influencers are over here having a mud fight. I mean, like, my God, someone's got to tell you. I got you. December 29th, Reuters. Economists see the tax cuts in Trump's one big beautiful bill as a principal driver of the U.S. economy in 2026, both for individuals and for businesses. Now, I'm going to run you through some of the reasons of what they're citing. And it's funny how this doesn't come out in any of the media other than this one piece, isn't it? A range of changes in individual tax rates and breaks could boost household war chests in early 2026 through a combination of larger refunds during the filing season and larger take-home income as paycheck withholding levels are reset to account for the changes. Let me zoom in on something real quick for you guys, because again, every single thing that is about Donald Trump being evil and his administration being evil and not caring about anybody about affordability, why am I not letting it? There we go. The breaks could boost household war chest in early 2026. That means you're going to have more money in your pocket. Honest to God. When things go well, I'm going to give credit. When things need feedback, I'm going to give feedback. Y'all, you're about to have more money in your paychecks, in your retirements, in your everything. Because tax cuts. Watch. The law makes permanent the lower individual and business income tax rates in Trump's 2017 Tax Cuts and Jobs Act that were due to expire at the end of the year. Exempts taxes on up to $25,000 in tipped income until 2029. $25,000. This tax break phases out for people who own more or earn more than $150,000 and doesn't apply to all tips. They cut out porn. So, I mean, woo! Exempts taxes on up to $12,500 in overtime pay until 2029. Like the tipped income break, this phases out for people who earn more than $150,000. Y'all, do you understand what this means? What it means is all the people who feel disillusioned about the economy in our country and the future and the promise of our amazing nation, this is going to directly impact them. Because the entry-level jobs into the economy typically are service-related jobs. I'm not saying there's anything wrong with service-related jobs. I'm just saying typically people will do service-related jobs because of the flexibility and the availability of tips and the different ways they can work. Especially when they're going to college or they're in high school. The entry level to the economic system of our nation just got a massive tax cut with tax exemptions capped at $25,000. That is significant. All right, let's keep on going. Not to mention the overtime, which I personally, in my prior life, before I was a creator, I would have benefited drastically from the overtime pay reductions because I got taxed at about 45% for any overtime I did, and I did about 20 hours of overtime every paycheck. Objectively, I am a workaholic in a prior life as well. All right. Creates a new deduction of up to $6,000 for people aged 65 and older until 2029. Y'all, 65 and older, or anyone approaching 65 or older, you now, at a time when you don't have the same income levels and you're moving into the retirement phase of your lives, you now have a $6,000 increase on what you can deduct. That is a big deal. If you already own your home, if you already own your car, and you're in a different financial picture, $6,000 on your daily or your yearly revenue generation or tax reduction is a very big deal. This whole narrative that Donald Trump is evil and hates everybody and the administration hates everybody, this is not evident in what you're seeing right here on the screen. Creates a tax break for up to $10,000 in interest payments on auto loans until 2029. This only applies to personal vehicles assembled in the United States. Y'all, do you understand the incentive that that's going to create for people? If you can write off $10,000 in interest payments, that means $10,000 worth of interest on a new vehicle. And only the ones that are made in the United States. So the manufacturing happens in the United States, the consumption happens in the United States. Y'all, these are all campaign promises. And these are all things that are going to directly affect your everyday life. More people need to be covering this because this is incredibly important. When it comes around time for April, you're going to have tax refunds of $100 to $200 billion going out to the entire nation simply based off of these changes. This is a big deal. All right, let's keep on going. And especially for the media to actually be arm twisted into doing it. Extends and increases a tax break for owners of pass-through businesses. This would allow a broad category of businesses that includes freelancers, which again, same thing with a lot of younger people, family-owned restaurants, law firms, medical practices, hedge funds, and private equity firms to deduct up to 20% of their income, lowering their effective tax rate. If you think that this is not going to have a direct correlation and a direct impact on the GDP numbers, on the spending, the commercial activity, on the consumer sentiment, on the overall discretionary income, I don't know what to tell you. Because just to go through this again, the media is being forced to cover this, some of them. The rest of them won't, because this is going to affect real Americans and real taxpayers, and specifically hone in on the bookends of the economy from a standpoint of the entry level, which is the 20 to 25 area, and then on the tail end of retirement. You're getting tax cuts on both sides. That's not the uber rich, wealthy in the middle. That's the tax cuts on both sides. That is tremendously impactful. Again, y'all, I'm not just carrying water. You're looking at it right here. You pair this with all the other things, particularly in the car, the interest rate, writing off of $10,000 on interest for new vehicles that are produced in the United States. That's at the exact same time that they've removed all the regulations of the Biden administration, which was saying that car manufacturers were mandated to make cars they couldn't make, so they had to redesign things that people didn't want. They artificially manipulated the market, and then they were still taxing them. In this case, the artificial manipulation is gone. You're going to get new vehicles manufactured in the United States at what people actually want to buy. And then you're also going to be able to write off the interest of the actual loan to buy the car while the car prices are going down. Y'all, this is a really, really big, important piece of what's going to happen in 2026. There's a storm coming, all right, and it's going to be an economic boon like you have not seen because the government is getting out of the way. The government is cutting taxes. Incentivization is happening for businesses and individuals, and you're writing off more interest rates. And on the tail end, you got $6,000 more if you're 65 plus for retirement that you can deduct. Guys, this is a big deal. And honestly, tag every creator you think should be talking about this because this is a significant savings for every citizen in the United States. And it's going to have dramatic impacts going forward. And I'm going to continue covering it because this is reality despite all the media drama and games they're playing. But listen, I'm going to see you guys on the next one. I'm Braden. Later.